Hey there, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Catalyst Conversations. I'm your host, Hadriana Leo. And today I'd love to share with you some tips on how you can navigate the holiday season, spending with purpose and without guilt. So I know it's pretty tough. The holidays are barreling down at us, and you're probably feeling the need, the desire to finalize those presents, those gifts, those dates, those arrangements on who's going where, who's coming where, and getting all of that set up. The holidays are a pretty special time, and it's one of my favorite times of year. I celebrate Christmas, everything that it represents, and I really enjoy. It's like something happens with people during the Christmas season. It's as if everyone's just more jolly, more happy, more gay. I mean, apart from the crazies that just go way overboard, and then you end up with the parking lot wars and the last present showdowns. Outside of all of that, it just seems to be a time when we see each other as humans in the world, and we go out of our way, or we make a special attempt to be kind to one another. And I really love that about the holiday season. What I can do without is the crazy spending. And the marketers out there go out of their way. They double and triple and 10 times, 10x double down on the advertising that's going to get you to spend more money. The holiday, unfortunately, has turned into a very consumer driven event. And the result of that is so many of us end up spending money that sometimes we don't have. And to be honest, even if you have it, spending way more money than we actually need or want to in order to get through the holidays. Well, I'd love to explore with you ways that you, as the professional woman, maybe as a mom or caregiver, as a nurturer in your circle of influence, how you can navigate the holidays without breaking the bank, but also without feeling guilty that you're spoiling it or that you're going to be an outlier, without feeling as if you are costing others the joy of the season. So I know for me, when I grew up, we were never big Christmas celebrants. It was never a big thing. In fact, growing up, we didn't do the gift exchange. We didn't even do a big fancy meal. My experiences with Christmas was just another day. You'd get up, you'd say Merry Christmas. We'd probably have some drinks in the house for if people came over. But other than that, there wasn't much to it in the way we celebrated. When I became a mom, I know that I wanted to make the time special for my family. So I still don't cook a big meal. And for the most part, it was just my husband, myself, and my daughters here. Our immediate or extended family was far, far away. So for a long time, we would travel to our extended family for the Christmas holiday. And the gift we would bring is our presents because we already had to, fork out the dough for the flights, for whatever goodies we would bring down when we flew home. So Christmas was more for us, the experience and the joy of coming together. But I know, and I've heard, and I've experienced it a couple times, where gathering as family becomes this much of a nightmare during the Christmas season. But even more so, it almost becomes a competition on who can spend the most. And that, my friend, is a recipe for financial disaster. If this is you, or if you see the potential for this happening, or if you just want to rein in on the spending for the holiday season, this is the episode for you. I'd like you to consider that instead of having to deal with the stress, the upheaval, the sheer madness of the holiday overspending, you can decide that you can soothe that internal stress, and we can make the decision that you will no longer spend to meet other people's expectations or to soothe feelings of inadequacy or internal stress. Spending during the holidays is not going to be a crutch for unresolved emotional baggage. Make that decision now. And then I'd like for you to shift your language. Instead of just creating a holiday budget, consider instead a values based holiday plan. And that's at the crux of the work that I do here. Values aligned personal finance. And the difference is going to be phenomenal. The idea of holiday budgets, it sets you up. It's almost like you're in the trap. You're stuck and you have to spend $200 on each person. Well, that adds up, because if you are instead going to apply a values based approach to your holiday gifting, you will find that you can gift values aligned gifts without having to spend all that money. Probably you won't have to spend any money if you can do values based holiday plan spending. So I want you to consider that this alignment is going to be a game changer for you. And here I'd like to share some practical steps, the practical strategy, the practical application of that values based holiday spending approach. First things first, define the why. Why are you doing that spending that you're doing for the holidays? Before you're spending a single dollar, you need to ask yourself, what feeling do I really want to create for this holiday? Is it connection? Is it peace? Is it relaxation? Because by golly, the madness that precedes the holiday, and then the holiday comes, and then everyone is just like, I haven't had a break, I haven't had a rest. Mentally and physically, you are just exhausted. Maybe you just want to have peace. Maybe that's what you value through this holiday experience. Maybe you want to promote some joy. Maybe you want to engender joy in all the people around you and for yourself. Use this as your filter for the decision of what you're going to be buying. What do you want to feel during this holiday experience? So define your holiday why. That's the first step. Next, the power of your list. And as you make the list, understand what is going to be enough. Honest to goodness, unless your family is really just type A dysfunctional, I don't think anybody is going to hold it against you. Or I should say this way, I don't think anyone is tallying the dollar value of your gift and using that to determine whether or not they've had a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday. Unless I said, of course, your family's just really messed up. But the truth is, once we understand what we want to feel throughout the holidays, we can set up a list that says, okay, that's enough. Getting each person in your family one gift is more than sufficient. Do we have to do stocking stuffers that come up to another $100, $150? I don't think so. What is truly enough to create that feeling that you wanted when you were defining the why of your holidays? What's going to be enough to create that so that the experience of the holidays meets and is in alignment with what you want to create? Give yourself permission to opt out of the consumer madness. Give yourself permission to hear the ads and not take action because the ad says that this is the lowest price ever, or that this is the must have item, or that this is what all the other kids have, so your child must have it too. Opt out of that. Opt out of that and align your spending to the spending that's going to create the holiday feeling that you have defined for yourself and for your family. Number three, this is one I say constantly, and it really fuels how I approach the holidays, how I approach any family time. In fact, it's how I approach a lot of my spending. Fund experiences, not just things. That turns into, for me, for example, I will buy good quality headphones, earphones, AirPods, whatever they're called these days, because I am a musician. I am a vocalist. I highly value good music. And for me, I will spend good money on that musical experience. Does that mean that the other person who can't even hear the bass line, who doesn't care if the tweets are tweeting, and that's not a reference to X, by the way, they can't hear the difference between the cowbells in the background? Why do you need the $1,000 headphones? Why? What are you hoping to hear? And by the way, there are mid range, great priced headphones that'll give you that musical experience. You don't have to have the $1,000 headphones. But what is it that you value that will make it or necessitate the spending? Fund an experience with you, the gift. Fund an experience that we're all going to have, perhaps individually or as a family, instead of just giving them things. Things that they're going to look at today and forget tomorrow, things that they don't even value, much less you. Fund the experiences, the time together, and everything that is created when we actually gift in alignment with the things that we and others value. And finally, this might be a tough one, but I will encourage you to do it to the best of your ability for as often as you can, as long as you can. Communicate your boundaries with love. So, three things: communicate, have the conversations, talk to people. Don't assume. Don't think that because you're thinking it, others are thinking it as well. And communication is two-way. That means you speak and then you listen. You take it in and then you respond. So it's not just I'm not doing this anymore. I can't stand this anymore. It's too much stress. Leave it alone. No, have a conversation so we communicate. Communicate what? Your boundaries. Essential. Isn't it? There's the saying that good fences make good neighbors? Yes. Boundaries are going to help you operate in ways that once you're within the boundaries, everyone's happy. When people start pushing boundaries is when you have a problem. So communicate those boundaries in a way that is clear and that no one has the opportunity to think, oh, but you only said you want to reduce your spending. You didn't say that, it can't be over $500. You just said you wanted to spend less. Communicate the boundaries that you have put in place. So, does it mean that instead of doing gifts for everybody, we move to a secret Santa with a $50 gift cost cap? Perhaps. Set the boundaries, ensure that they are understood, and third, do so with love. Please, guys, especially for the holidays, It's a time of being together, whether it is your biological family or the family that you have created as you've navigated through life. Define those boundaries, communicate those boundaries in ways that say, I see you, I hear you, this is me. How can we make this work? How can we do this in a way where all of us are well? Doing so with love reminds each other and reminds the people that you're going to be communicating with that even if things might have to change, they're going to change, acknowledging everybody and acknowledging what we all need. So communicate the boundaries with love. Well, as I'm wrapping up the guided journey, which is a book club that was set up, we're coming to the end of that journey right now. Many of the women inside the group are realizing just how powerful it is to have a plan. And if you want to take your holiday restructuring, that new clarity that you've come to through listening to this episode, and build a really powerful financial plan for the new year, then I'll invite you to participate in our Catalyst group coaching program that's opening up. And it is the perfect next step to really help you firm up and create a financial plan that will help you to flourish in the new year. So, by all means, visit my website. You're going to be able to learn more there and take some time to build and experience an authentic holiday. And to you and yours, your family, to be well. I wish for your family to have a wonderful holiday. And I wish above all that you will prosper and that you will be in good health. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.